Ever dreamed of harvesting your own fresh, crispy lettuce right from your balcony or windowsill? Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, even if you only have a tiny bit of space. Look at this beautiful lettuce, all grown in a small pot right here. In just a few weeks, you could have this too. It's easier than you think, so stick around and let's get growing together. First things first, let's talk about what you'll need. It's a very simple list. You'll need some small pots, about 6 to 8 inches in diameter. Make sure they have drainage holes at the bottom. This is super important. Next, you'll need some good quality potting mix. Look for one that's light and drains well, maybe with some perlite or vermiculite already mixed in. And of course, the star of the show, lettuce seeds. For small pots, I recommend loose leaf varieties like Black Seed Simpson or Red Sales. They grow quickly, and you can harvest leaves as you need them without pulling up the whole plant. Finally, you'll need a small watering can or bottle, and a sunny spot. That's it. No fancy equipment required. Alright, let's get our hands dirty with the preparation. Take your pots, and if they don't have drainage holes, now is the time to add them. You can use a drill or a sharp tool. Good drainage prevents the roots from rotting, which is a common mistake for beginners. Now fill your pots with the potting mix. Don't pack it down too tightly. Fill it up to about an inch from the rim. This space makes watering easier and prevents soil from spilling over. Once your pots are filled, give the soil a gentle watering. We want it to be moist, like a damp sponge, but not soaking wet. This gives the seeds a nice hydrated environment to start their journey. Your little lettuce homes are now prepped and ready for planting. Now for the exciting part, planting the seeds. Lettuce seeds are tiny, so be careful not to lose them. Open your seed packet and sprinkle a few seeds on the surface of the moist soil in each pot. A good rule of thumb is to plant about 3 to 5 seeds per pot. We'll thin them out later, so don't worry if they seem close together. After sprinkling the seeds, cover them with a very thin layer of soil, just about 1/4 of an inch deep. You can just gently sift some extra potting mix over the top. Pat the surface down very lightly with your fingertips. This ensures good contact between the seeds and the soil. And that's it for planting. Give them one last gentle mist of water, and we're ready for the next step. Once your seeds are planted, finding the right location is key. Lettuce loves sunshine, but not intense, scorching heat. A spot that gets about 5 to 6 hours of direct morning sun is perfect. An east-facing window or balcony is often ideal. If you live in a very hot climate, providing some afternoon shade will keep your lettuce from bolting, which is when it starts to flower and turns bitter. Now, let's talk about watering. Keep the soil consistently moist, especially while the seeds are germinating. Check the soil daily by sticking your finger in about 1 inch deep. If it feels dry, it's time to water. Be gentle when you water so you don't dislodge the tiny seedlings. A spray bottle works great for this early stage. In about a week to 10 days, you should see tiny green sprouts popping up. It's so exciting. Once your seedlings are about 1 inch tall and have a few leaves, it's time for a crucial step: thinning. This feels a bit harsh, but it's essential for healthy growth. We need to choose the strongest looking seedling in each pot and remove the others. This gives the remaining plant enough space, nutrients, and light to thrive. To thin them, you can gently pull out the weaker ones, or even better, just snip them at the soil line with a small pair of scissors. This avoids disturbing the roots of the seedling you want to keep. Now, your chosen champion has all the room it needs to grow big and strong. As your lettuce plant grows, its needs will change slightly. Continue to water regularly, making sure the soil never completely dries out. As the plant gets bigger, it will drink more water, so you might need to water more frequently, especially on hot days. About 3 to 4 weeks after planting, you can give your lettuce a little boost. A half-strength dose of a balanced liquid fertilizer will provide extra nutrients. Just follow the instructions on the fertilizer bottle. This isn't strictly necessary if you started with good potting soil, but it can lead to a more lush and productive plant. Keep an eye out for any pests like aphids. If you see any, you can usually just wash them off with a gentle spray of water. Now the moment we've all been waiting for, harvest time. The great thing about loose leaf lettuce is that you can have a continuous harvest. Once the outer leaves are about 3 to 4 inches long, you can start picking them. Simply snip the oldest, outermost leaves near the base of the plant with scissors or your fingers. Leave the smaller, inner leaves and the central growing point intact. This is the cut and come again method. The plant will continue to produce new leaves from the center, giving you a steady supply of fresh greens for weeks. Don't get greedy and take more than a third of the plant at once. This ensures it has enough energy to keep growing. Freshly picked lettuce is incredibly tender and flavorful, so much better than anything from the store. Let's quickly go over a few common mistakes to avoid. First, overwatering. This is the #1 killer of potted plants. Always check the soil before you water, and make sure your pot has good drainage. Second, not enough light. Lettuce needs sun to grow. If your plants look pale and stretched out, they're probably not getting enough light. Try moving them to a sunnier spot. Third, skipping the thinning step. If you leave too many seedlings in one pot, they will all compete with each other, and none of them will grow well. Be brave and thin them out. And finally, waiting too long to harvest. Lettuce can turn bitter if it gets too old or starts to bolt in the heat. Harvest your leaves when they are young and tender for the best flavor. So, let's recap what we've learned. We started by gathering our simple materials. Small pots with drainage, good potting mix, and loose leaf lettuce seeds. We prepared the pots by filling them with moist soil. Then, we planted our seeds, covering them with a light layer of soil. We found a sunny spot for them and kept them watered until they sprouted. We thinned them out to give the strongest seedling room to grow. We cared for them with consistent watering and a little bit of fertilizer. And finally, we learned how to harvest using the cut and come again method for a continuous supply of fresh, delicious lettuce. You see? Growing your own food in a small space is totally doable and so rewarding. I really hope this tutorial has inspired you to give it a try. There is nothing quite like eating something you've grown yourself. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more simple gardening guides. I would absolutely love to see your results, so please share photos of your lettuce pots in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and happy growing!